you feel ill, physically ill, if there's some kind of a conflict between us that we haven't resolved.
Oh, okay.
So yes, that'd be me.
No. That's all I can say, I guess. I know.
Well, we don't fight that much, so it's not.
No.
Not physical.
No.
No, not physical. We tend to talk things out. Things tend to be out there.
Yeah.
It will not be in here, definitely.
And my wife likes to talk, and I listen.
He doesn't always listen well enough.
Joseph and Anna Benderitis are one of the oldest living couples in North America. Last November, they celebrated their 74th wedding anniversary.
I met my wife in Lithuania. When I see her, I see she's not a bad-looking girl. So one day I asked her if she married me, and she says yes.
We all want to know how romantic love develops into a deep attachment. This is what Helen thinks.
Simply good luck, determination, picking the right person, the person who shares your goals, shares your values. Relationships are built. Romantic love just happens.
But what do the Benderitises think has kept them together all these years?
Well, sometimes a little bit something will go sour, but we sit down and discuss things so now and best we can and smooth the things out, and it was all right again.
Scoring 74 years for communication. But what else?
The older you get, the more children you have, and the longer the relationship lasts, the more likely you are to stay together. I actually think that the attachment system in the brain gets stronger and stronger.
Science can't prove this, yet. But the Benderitises have not only managed to stay attached for the last 74 years, they've passed on this predisposition to almost all of their children. Adele and Gus Benderitis have been married for
39 years.
As have sister Leona and her husband Ernie.
39 years.
John and Tilly tied the knot.
I want to see if he remembers.
42 years.
A-okay. Yeah.
And big sister Angela and her husband Lloyd are pushing towards their own record at...
It would be 52 years coming April.
I think we're over the hump now.
This leads one to the obvious. Is the ability to stay hitched tied to family culture or to the family genes?
It has not been the case in our research. Having parents who have a good marriage neither guarantees that you will have a good marriage nor precludes the fact that you won't have a bad one. It doesn't seem to be any simple relationship that we've been able to find.
Maybe it is simple, though. As simple as a long commitment.
We were married, we promised to be forever. And we kept that word all our life.
I would rather suffer myself than let my partner suffer.
Same here. Yes, that's how I see it for me.
I'm trying to think of when I've taken a bullet for Hal.
I would hope I would.
So I'd say a maybe on that one.
I don't know what would happen.
I'd like to think I would.
Yeah.
In some ways.
I think without question, I would prefer to suffer myself than see her suffer.
Well, I don't know. Sorry.
Charles and Janice Vanderspool have come to the Love Lab in Seattle, Washington to save their ailing marriage. After a battery of tests and exercises, they are about to receive an analysis of their marital situation. For the last few hours, Dr. Carrere's love team has been coding and analyzing the day's data. Catherine Swanson consolidates the physiological data, while Angela Mittman reviews the interview tapes and codes every second of emotion that passes between the couple.
That means I'm doing more with you.
Sadness.
Being around you more.
Validation.
But I asked you to make sure that
criticism.
No parking ticket got paid and it's still sitting in there.
I just haven't had a chance to go and pay it yet. I mean, yes, I know.
And contempt. The information they've gathered is now cross-referenced and interpreted by the team.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
The 15 minutes of videotape chronicles a relationship in self-destruct mode. But armed with the science of love, Dr. Carrere hopes to help Janice and Charles back away from the abyss.
I want to show you a style of communicating that you guys have that I think gets you into a lot of trouble. Okay. Okay.
Maybe you trust me a little bit. I'm not asking for anything big, just...
You just pushed your button.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
See my eyes go?
Yeah, did you see your face?
Yeah.
And the tension in your face?
Yeah.
And I don't think you're
Yeah. I mean, I think that you can't ask for her trust. You may have to let go of that. Don't use that word even. Yeah. And actually, one of the things that I'm going to recommend to the two of you is that I think it's important for you to work on your friendship. You know, the friendship may be the way for you to, you know, to move beyond this impasse.
Yeah.
I asked you to make sure that this is dangerous territory where you're going right now. I know.
No parking ticket. I just haven't had a chance to go and pay it yet. I mean, yeah.
You could be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're communicating to him.
Yeah.
I know. That facial expression, you did this a lot today. You have, we call this contempt. And with contempt, what you're basically communicating to the other person is that they're a terrible human being.
But he knows I don't feel that way.
Yes, you do.
Do you think I feel
No. I'm telling you, you do feel that way because it's right there, and that expression right there is a contempt expression.
Okay.
That's almost like a reflex. So it is something you're feeling.
Okay.
It's certainly something you're communicating to him. Okay. And it's an incredibly, it's an emotional. Oh, it's totally demeaning, and it's worse than that. It's emotional violence. It's emotional violence to do that to somebody else. There's almost like a split personality. There's a part of you that says, you're a great guy, and there's a part of you that is so hurt and so angry and so contemptuous that you're doing emotional violence.
Right.
And, you know, and I know that you don't want to be an emotionally violent person.
Nope.
Yeah. So, okay.
So this is where it stands. Janice has promised to stop beating Charles up emotionally. And he in turn must stop asking her to trust him when he knows that she can't. They've also both agreed to continue to communicate and work on their friendship. As we go to broadcast, they are still together, still trying to work it out.
So you did call your mom?
No.
Well, you should, because I would tell you and give you the message.
Thanks to science, we now know more about staying in love than any group of people in history. And still, it's precious little.
Keep this, right?
Yeah, grab some of those.
But we have learned a couple of things. We know that the foundation of any good long-term relationship is communication. And it's clear that love is easier if both partners share similar goals and values. Life isn't a fairy tale, and neither is love. But with hard work, dedication, and humor, not to mention a little luck, our loving relationships can survive to make another happy turn around the sun.
Congratulations, Titan. You've achieved stable altitude in orbit.
I want you